Welcome to the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards. For the fourth year in a row, we're boldly going where no fan film awards show has gone before, straight into the heart of creativity, passion, and the undeniable power of storytelling in the Star Trek universe. Whether you're tuning in from the bridge of a Constitution-class starship deep within Romulan territory, or you're just on your living room couch, we're glad you've joined us, because this morning we celebrate the fans, the writers, the directors, the editors, the performers, everyone who's dared to pick up a tricorder, step onto a green screen and bring Star Trek to life in their own unique way. In 2025, fan films didn't just continue the legacy of Star Trek, they expanded it, they challenged it, they honoured it, and most importantly, they showed us what happens when imagination meets dedication, and maybe a little late-night rendering. We've watched incredible performances, thrilling space battles, bold new stories, and yes, even Klingons that could give Worf a run for his money. We've seen ships we've never seen before, heard music that stayed with us long after the credits rolled, and encountered characters and heroes and villains. Both heroes and villains that reminded us why this universe means so much. So to all the nominees, thank you. You've reminded us that Star Trek lives not just on television screens with canon episodes, but in every script, every costume, every frame crafted by fans who believe in a better future. Now, let's hand out some awards, shall we? The ship that's become a character in the story, either by the level of detail or the care taken in shot composition. Nominees for Best Hero Ship are USS Sagittarius, Assault on Pax 12.
USS Constitution, Starfleet Legends, Act 3.
USS Farragut, Farragut Forward. USS Longshanks, Deception 3. And the winner for Best Hero Ship at the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards is the USS Sagittarius from Assault on Pax 12. While iconic designs like the Constitution class continue to be fan favourites for good reason, USS Sagittarius captured our attention by daring to be different. In a sea of familiar silhouettes, Sagittarius stood out with a design that was both fresh and functional, a clear reflection of creative risk-taking and world-building beyond the usual Starfleet staples. The decision to move away from the traditional Constitution Miranda Galaxy class mould was bold, and it paid off. The ship wasn't just a backdrop, it had character, presence, and a sense of purpose that enhanced the story it supported. This award celebrates not just great design, but the spirit of innovation that keeps the Star Trek universe alive and evolving. The actor that makes us hate... there's a line break in there. The actor that makes us hate the character who really tries to take it to our heroes. The nominees for Best Antagonist are Prescott, Farragut Forward.
Boy!
Commander Kaj, Starfleet Legends, Act 3.
Sagte Ihnen doch, ich bin ein nicht zu unterschätzender Gegner, Commodore April.
Auf ein hilfloses Schiff zu feuern, ist keine Heldentat und eines Kriegers absolut unwürdig.
Ich bin im Begriff, das zu wiederholen. Diese Taktik wird mir den Sieg über das berühmte Föderationsschiff Constitution bescheren.
The Unknown Attackers, Assault on Pax 12.
A most unique design.
Configurations unknown, Captain. A similar vessel was recently encountered by the Tristan near the Snake Nebula in the Ophiuchus sector. The alien ship was sending out a distress beacon, but attacked the Tristan when it responded.
The Tristan's universal translator could not identify or translate their messages. Their language showed no similarity to any known language or construct.
The enemy vessel was destroyed after lengthy combat.
That's a big ship.
I have never seen anything like that.
Commander Stoven, Deception 3.
I'll go and inform the captain.
Commander, I never told you about the Romulan spy.
You know, Miller, I never really liked you anyway. But thank you for being the perfect scapegoat.
And the winner for Best Antagonist is Commander Stoven in Deception 3. A great antagonist doesn't just oppose the heroes, they blend in, deceive, and leave us questioning everything. Commander Stoven in Deception 3 was the epitome of that subtle, slow burn villainy. On the surface, he was a textbook Starfleet officer. Composed, competent, and seemingly loyal. But beneath that calm exterior was a carefully concealed allegiance to the Romulans, a betrayal revealed only through a critical slip that made viewers' jaws drop. His manipulation of those around him, coupled with a performance that sold the deception flawlessly, made him not just a threat, but a chillingly believable one. Commander Stoven was the kind of antagonist who doesn't just create conflict, he redefines the stakes. That's what earned him the title of Best Antagonist in 2025. Moving on. It's not about perfection necessarily, but about the effort to match what we know from canon, or even better, creating new looks. The film nominees for Best Makeup are Deception 3.
Kutia, Pilikudato, Ugampalagot, Bish, Ugamo, Gio, Zasagobea, Jojobeja, Beshagolegui.
Farragut forward.
Some grow stronger. When that happens, you need to take a different tactic.
Do not tell me how.
Never forget what I have done for you. I could have left you and your crew to rot in that Romulan prison.
Protector's Toll.
Says I might be able to visit him.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
Oh, about 6 years, too long.
Starfleet Legends, Act 3.
Oh, mein Kopf. Was ist passiert?
Die Selene werden angegriffen.
Angegriffen? Von wem?
Ich weiß es nicht sicher, aber ich schätze, es sind alte Freunde von uns.
Die Klingonen.
Ich schätze schon. Können Sie aufstehen?
Ich werde es versuchen.
Kommen Sie.
Oh, mein Gott. Und was ist mit ihm?
Keine Ahnung.
And the winning film is Farragut Forward. Makeup can make or break immersion in a science fiction setting, and in Farragut Forward it was nothing short of exceptional. From the strikingly authentic Klingons to other alien species and the conceiving portrayal of wounded Starfleet personnel, the makeup work added depth, realism and grit to every scene. It wasn't just about looking good, it was about enhancing character tone and believability. The level of craftsmanship and attention to detail clearly put Farragut Forward ahead of the pack, demonstrating a mastery of both prosthetics and practical effects. This award recognises a team that truly brought the Star Trek universe to life through its artistry. The power of music. Hook us in, captivate us, excite us, and don't rely on the Canon catalogue all the time. The nominees for Best Music are C.S. Waterson, Deception 3.
You know, Miller, I never really liked you anyway. But thank you for being the perfect scapegoat.
Jed T.E. Rhodes, Joint Action.
They did it, sir. Hostiles disabled.
Good work. Contact the freighter. Let's see if we can't lend a hand.
Chris Krosnowski, Sleeping Dragon.
Expected rendezvous with the Magnetar in 11 minutes. Magnetar is highly unstable. It won't take as much antimatter as I had calculated.
Take that as a warning, Captain.
Weapons offline.
Maintain full power to shields. Maneuvering thrusters non-functional.
Sensors are intermittently offline and unreliable. Higher logic functions are impeded.
Thomas Heuber, Starfleet Legends, Act 3. And the winner for Best Music at the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards is Chris Krosnowski for Sleeping Dragon. Chris's score for Sleeping Dragon was more than just background. It was vital. It was a vital emotional thread woven through the entire film. His compositions elevated every scene, enhancing the tension, drama, and emotional resonance without ever overwhelming the narrative. Each cue was thoughtfully crafted to reflect the story's tone, with seamless integration between music and on-screen action. From the quiet, contemplative moments to the sweeping high-stakes sequences, Krosnowski's music guided the audience's emotional journey and strengthened the film's overall impact. It was a perfect marriage of sound and storytelling, a score that truly served the story. Well, it's not about the budget, but about the look. Has the winner tried their best? Can we imagine these might be in canon? The film nominees for Best Costumes are...
With no honor.
Farragut Ford.
Tells me there's more to you than we were taught.
What are you trying to tell me?
Your ship is here. Now your crew will die.
Protector's Toll.
Well, perhaps you'll surrender to us.
Screen off.
Starfleet Legends, Act 3. The third option.
Směna Alfa se hlásí do služby, kapitáne.
Kde je poručík Garfield?
And the winner for Best Costumes is the third option. Costume design is a vital part of storytelling, and in a year where all the nominees showcased impressive craftsmanship, the third option stood out for how effectively its costumes complemented the narrative and enhanced the film's visual appeal. With strong competition, especially from Farragut Ford, which had also earned recognition in this area, the pressure was on for mentioning Trekkie Mentions and myself, but the third option delivered uniforms and wardrobe choices that not only respected Star Trek's legacy, but also felt crisp, polished and cinematically striking. The costumes didn't just blend into the background, they helped define characters, elevate scenes and immerse viewers in the world of the film. This award celebrates the care and attention to detail that made the third option a visual standout in 2025. Telling the story without standing out. Perhaps it's the hero ship, perhaps it's just a moment of brilliance. The films nominated for Best Visual Effects this year are
I'm not seeing anything.
Assault on Pax 12,
We gotta get out of here.
No argument from me, Doctor. Assault to Sagittarius.
Please work.
Assault to Sagittarius.
Deception 3,
Engineering status report.
Almost ready, Captain. Just a few moments long.
How are the Klingons doing?
Not well, Captain.
Engineering, we need warp power.
Warp power back online, Captain.
Helm, intercept that warbird.
Farragut Ford,
Return fire!
No.
My lord, we must return fire or be destroyed!
Starfleet Legends, Act 3.
Zurück.
Our vote for Best Visual Effects of 2024-25 is Farragut Ford. They raised the bar for visual effects in fan filmmaking this year. The attention to detail, technical execution, especially the disintegration of that Klingon, and creative use of effects showcased a team that truly understood how to bring cinematic spectacle to the fan film space. From space battles to ship interiors and beyond, every scene was crafted with precision. Not just to look impressive, but to serve the viewer and immerse the viewer. The production team clearly invested significant time, talent and resources into their visual effects work, and the result was nothing short of stunning. Their ability to push the boundaries of what's possible in fan films made Farragut Ford a clear and deserving winner for Best Visual Effects in 2025. Moving right along, no time to waste. Hook us in, make us want to watch the full fan film, use the best trailer tactics from decades of cinema. These are the nominees for Best Trailer.
While being alive.
Being Enterprise, the Witherand Resurgence Rise.
The deadliest terrain in our universe.
Captain Simeon's first command.
Claim this planet for the Romulan Star Empire.
An ape stole my starship command.
I'm concerned about this. Or is it because he's an ape, sir?
Constitution.
Yes!
The final mission. And the best trailer, in our opinion, is the final mission. Trailers are meant to spark curiosity, stir emotion, and leave viewers wanting more. The final mission delivered that in spades. While all 4 nominated trailers had their own strengths, from the intriguing backstory behind Captain Simeon's first command to the ambitious continuation in Constitution and the distinct style of being Enterprise, the final mission stood out for its pacing, tone, and ability to build anticipation. It offered just enough without revealing too much, drawing viewers in with atmosphere, tension, and emotional weight. It left us eager to see what comes next, and that's exactly what a great trailer should do, making it the standout choice for 2025. Original, unique, interesting. Make us feel like there is no timer bar on this video. The nominees for Best Story are Deception 3.
You lie with the compensation for this Federation blatant and dishonorable attack on our capital!
Ambassador, as we've mentioned time and time again, the Federation have no involvement.
We know what your plot is. Your Federation has constantly been undermining the Klingon Empire since we signed the Chemical Accord.
Ambassador, I can assure you there is no conspiracy against the Klingon Empire. We are all friends here.
Friends? You are nothing but puppet strings being held by Federation allies. You should know your place.
Ambassador, we should end this here and come back to this discussion in the morning.
A recess would be acceptable.
Well, that went smoothly.
Indeed. I believe we could all do with some rest. We will come back to this in the morning when we have cleared our minds.
Vulcans do not need rest. However, meditation would prove useful.
Miller, please escort the ambassador to her quarters.
Protector's toll.
A high priority message from Starfleet. On screen.
I hate to do this to you, Captain, but we have intelligence that a Corsarian vessel has been spotted by an observation station in your sector.
Pirates. Thanks for the heads up. We'll keep an eye out for them.
The situation is more severe than you think.
How so?
Intelligence isn't clear. What we do know is that this Corsarian vessel managed to destroy 2 Federation ships. The transmission we received just before the ships were destroyed indicate that they have acquired a new weapon of some sort. A very deadly one.
Any idea where they got it from?
It doesn't appear to be like any weapons system we know about. Take a look.
Starbase 211, there was just a... The Corsarians were just there. Our ship is immobile. Weapons have been neutralized. They can't...
That's all we got from the Vanguard. The Corsarians must be stopped at all costs, no matter what.
Raiders of the Lost Trek.
Indy, I found something. Let's see. These fossils are millions of years old. This doesn't belong here. Do you recognize the symbol from any other civilization? No, I don't. But I know someone who might. Can he keep it quiet? Yes, he owes me. He'll keep it quiet. I know how this goes. Digging up dinosaur bones. Somebody finds out we discovered something that has no earthly reason to be here. They'll start asking questions. You worry too much, Indy. An artifact like this buried here is no accident. I wonder where it may take us. An interesting story, but this doesn't belong here. So where did it come from?
The third option.
Kapitáne, je čas. Podle údajů senzorů dojde k erupci za 70 vteřin.
Děkuji, poručíku Otárie. Skenery na maximum.
Rozkaz. Snímání stabilní. Vzdálenost 50 000 kilometrů.
Pane, doporučuji stáhnout se alespoň na 100 000. Vějíř může vyvolat silný E-impuls. Naše systémy...
Jsou dostatečně chráněné štíty. Jen klid, komandére. Tuhle příležitost nesmíme propást. Vše je potřeba důkladně zaznamenat.
30 vteřin.
Aarone, víte, že jsem vaše rozhodnutí nikdy nezpochybnila. Vážně, ani jednou. Ale tentokrát...
Ještě 20 vteřin.
Erin, co se děje? Ještě jsem vás neviděl takhle nervózní. Tohle je unikátní příležitost. Píšeme tu dějiny astronomie. Tak se v klidu posaďte a vychutnávejte kouzlo okamžiku.
And the winner for Best Story is Deception 3. This year's storytelling category was filled with rich, imaginative and thought-provoking narratives. Each nominee brought something special. Raiders of the Lost Trek offered a clever and seamless fusion of two iconic universes. The third option challenged expectations with a bold moral dilemma, and Protector's Toll delivered emotional weight through a heartbreaking family decision. But it was Deception 3 that emerged as the most gripping of them all, a true masterclass in the art of misdirection and surprise, with layers of intrigue, unexpected twists, and a cleverly constructed narrative. The film kept viewers guessing right until the end. Its ability to weave complexity into a concise format made it a standout, earning Deception 3 the award for Best Story in 2025. I was ahead of the order here. Working with what you have to get the actors, the story, everything to sing together, the nominees for Best Director are Leo Tierney, Deception 3.
Frequency to the Klingons.
Captain, you are holding our ambassador without cause. Release him now or fear our wrath.
I can't do that, Captain. Your ambassador is a suspect and currently under investigation.
Our ambassador is protected by the Kittimer Accords. Release him now.
I will, after our investigation has been completed.
We will not ask again.
No.
Bah, Vinesh. Shields down to 92%. Shall we return fire?
No, I will not be responsible for starting a war.
You have 1 hour to release our ambassador. If not, treaty or no treaty, you will be choking on the darkness of space.
Johnny K. Farragut Forward.
Captain on bridge.
As you were. The center seat suits you.
Just keeping it warm for Captain Carter.
Don't you mean Admiral Carter?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Lieutenant, show me the data.
The signal that I was requested to track is here, in a region of space known as the Shackleton Expanse.
What do we know about it?
Very little. Mostly devoid of habitable planets, and the planets that are capable of supporting life are quite inhospitable. A haven for marauders and pirates. Many of the vessels that entered the Expanse are never heard from again.
Bermuda Triangle.
I'm not familiar with that type of triangle.
Chelsea L. Boston and Randall Landers, Protector's Toll.
Course and speed. Camouflage.
Captain, I suggest we...
Shields, evasive action. Red alert.
Locking on the enemy target.
Return fire. Phasers and photon torpedoes.
Photon torpedoes away, phasers fired.
Salandra, hail Starbase 211. Request emergency support from all available vessels.
Aye, sir.
Jan Sokar Kraki, the third option.
Hlášení?
E-impuls vyřadil většinu systémů, včetně jištění. Magnetické pole kolem antihmoty se hroutí. Nemůžu nic dělat.
Nouzový postup. Vystřelte warp jádro.
Zkouším to. Bez účinků. Počítač jako by se zbláznil. Tohle nikdo nedá včas dohromady. Skončíme rozptýlení po okolních soustavách.
And the winner for Best Director at the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards is Chelsea L. Boston and Randall Landers for Protector's Toll. Directing a story that moves seamlessly between past and present is no easy task, but Chelsea and Randy pulled it off with skill and clarity in Protector's Toll. Their direction kept the emotional thread intact across timelines while steadily increasing the tension and stakes of the story. The pair demonstrated a strong sense of pacing, visual storytelling, and character development, guiding the audience through a layered narrative without confusion. Well, their ability to balance character-driven moments with dramatic tension made the... I've skipped the auto cue again. Their ability to balance character-driven moments with dramatic tension made the film both compelling and memorable, earning them this well-deserved recognition. There's an extra paragraph, Matty. You've just got to wait. All right, let's move on to Best Actor. Hitting it out of the park. They may not be a trained actor, but they've got passion, drive and determination. The nominees for Best Actor are...
Lieutenant?
James Sygrove as Commander Stoven, Deception 3.
What's his condition? Will he be all right?
He's received a severe trauma to the base of the skull. And someone's taken the bat left.
It's probably your Romulan spy. I'll go and inform the captain.
Commander, I never told you about the Romulan spy.
You know, Miller, I never really liked you anyway. But thank you for being the perfect scapegoat.
Miller to Bridge.
Bridge here. What is it, Lieutenant?
Miller, stop.
I found out who murdered the ambassador.
Miller, I am warning you. Lower the force field now. That's an order.
It's Stoven. He's a Romulan spy.
What?
That was a mistake, Miller.
You got careless, Commander. You should never have mentioned a Romulan spy. Seems like I'm not the only one with a loose tongue, it seems.
Lieutenant Miller, I want you to arrest Commander Stoven and place him in the brig, pending an inquiry.
Understood, Ma'am.
Computer, activate Stoven Protocol 24601. Enable.
John Broughton as Carter, Farragut Ford.
That went well.
I've been in that booth 4 times now. I don't think I'll last another.
Don't worry. We're not gonna stay here long enough to find out.
Prescott murdered those 2 ensigns. Why are we still alive?
I don't know. I don't know.
So much for your promotion and my retirement.
Retirement? You're not retiring. I swear to you, we're not finished yet.
You have a plan?
I always have a plan.
Tuck Stevens as Captain Timothy Harper, Sleeping Dragon.
Captain here, Doctor.
We finished our launch preparations, Captain.
Cadmus requests departure clearance, sir.
Permission granted. Godspeed, Cadmus. Time until Cadmus reaches Magnetar.
48 minutes, sir.
Personal log. The Cadmus is en route to its fate, its destiny, its destruction. Deimos is maintaining a parallel course to monitor its mission. If necessary, if the Cadmus fails in its attempt, I am prepared to attempt the same maneuver with the Deimos. We cannot afford to allow the Magnetar to destroy our galaxy.
Marcus Benaward as Captain Pike, Starfleet Legends, Act 3. And the winner of Best Actor at the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards, he has been nominated probably, I think it's every year since we started doing these awards in various categories. Where in the beginning there we had the Best Reimagined Character, but he finally gets the win. Mentioning Trekkie Mentions and I both agree that he has hit it out of the park, especially this year. The winner is Marcus Benaward as Captain Pike, Starfleet Legends, Act 3. In a highly competitive category this year, Benaward rose to the top with his commanding and emotionally resonant portrayal of Captain Pike. Building on previous performances, Benaward delivered a character who was not only a strong leader, but also deeply human, a man torn between duty, destiny, and the burdens of command. His nuanced delivery, presence on screen, and ability to convey layered emotion without sacrificing the integrity of the role helped anchor the entire production. His portrayal brought gravitas and heart to the fan film, and this performance was a clear standout among a field of talented nominees. Congratulations, Marcus. Hitting it out of the park. They may not be a trained actress, but they've got passion, drive and determination. The nominees for Best Actress are Marie-Claire McLean as Captain Castile, Deception 3.
Doctor in a sickbay in an attempt to hide evidence that might implicate him in the murder of the Vulcan ambassador.
Where's Stoven now? What was that?
Reading a shuttle, exiting the Longshanks and heading away at high impulse.
That's got to be Stoven.
Head after him.
I can't, ma'am. Most systems are still down. Until we get the warp coil back online, we're dead in the water.
Get me the Klingons.
Yes, ma'am.
So, finally decided to release our ambassador. Or do you need more persuasion from our disruptors?
Romulans, Captain. Romulans are responsible for the murder of our ambassador, and most likely the terrorist attack on your homeworld too.
You have proof of this?
The proof is currently leaving the system in a shuttle.
My former first officer, he's a Romulan spy.
The Romulans will rue the day they threatened the might of our empire.
We want him back alive, Captain, to stand trial for his crimes against all races. Engineering, I need that warp core back online, now.
Kimberly White as Captain Eva Privet, night shift.
It's not a delivery ship. It is a Constellation-class starship commissioned in 2284. This class starship served Starfleet in the exploration of deep space, but also scientific research. And yes, even the transportation of goods, personnel to colony planets and outlying systems.
Set phasers to stun and keep them at the ready.
Madeline as Captain Victoria Jarvis, Odyssey through the unknown.
Beyond its atmosphere, we're in uncharted territory. Captain, the ground, it's moving.
Donna Cheney as Dr. Sarah Perry, Sleeping Dragon.
Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. Radiation and gravitic disturbances are so great as to make it the single most dangerous astrogational hazard known. It is also known by the apt moniker, the Sleeping Dragon.
Why is that?
Because every couple of million years, it spews out a plume of hot gases that destroys life on every habitable planet from 200 to 20,000 light years away.
Are we due for such an outburst?
Unlikely, Captain. Current projections suggest stability for the next 3,000 years.
And under normal circumstances, those projections would be correct.
And the winner for Best Actress is Donna Cheney as Dr. Sarah Perry, Sleeping Dragon. Donna's performance as Sarah Perry stood out for its emotional depth and quiet strength. Portraying a dying scientist faced with the ultimate sacrifice, Cheney brought a grounded humanity to a role that could have easily tipped into melodrama. Her portrayal was nuanced, convincing and deeply affecting, capturing the internal conflict of a character balancing personal fear with the weight of galactic responsibility. In Sleeping Dragon, Cheney doesn't just act, she embodies the spirit of Star Trek: courage, selflessness and hope. This award recognises her ability to elevate the story and leave a lasting impression. Under 20 minutes. 2 categories to go. Stick with us. Under 20 minutes. These are the short fan films we reckon hit the spot this year.
Sensors say we're all alone out here, Captain. If the vessel's cloaked, we may not sense them.
Assault on Pax 12.
Red alert, shields to maximum.
Enemy ship decloaking, Captain.
On screen. A most unique design.
Configurations unknown, Captain. A similar vessel was recently encountered by the Tristan near the Snake Nebula in the Ophiuchus sector. The alien ship was sending out a distress beacon, but attacked the Tristan when it responded.
The Tristan's universal translator could not identify or translate their messages. Their language showed no similarity to any known language or construct.
The enemy vessel was destroyed after lengthy combat.
That's a big ship.
I have never seen anything like that.
Helm, keep us between them and the planet. Keep us in transporter range until the landing party is recovered.
Yes, Captain.
All sections,
Helm.
security check in progress. Report.
I've tried all frequencies, sir. Same as before. Either they can't understand us or they're ignoring us.
Section to bridge, negative.
I think that answers that.
Continue hailing them.
Deception 3.
Kutia, pili kutatu, ugam balagot, bish, ugamo, jioki, zasagobea, Jojo Beja. Beja Gole Gui. Balagoe. Balakatoi. Io. Bo. Biasho Baja. Balagodore. Nominees.
Starfleet intelligence believe there are 6 Klingons dead, 12 more critically injured, and a large portion of the council chamber devastated in the blast. Calming the Klingons down in these negotiations will require considerable effort.
It sounds like you've got a hard job ahead of you, Ambassador. I don't envy you.
Indeed, the Klingons are very angry.
When are the Klingons not angry? Do they still believe it was the Federation that orchestrated the attack?
Unfortunately, yes. Evidence at the scene shows traces of Starfleet equipment. So despite the Federation denying such an attack, the Klingons are blaming us.
Well, the Longshanks is here to aid you in whatever way we can to help keep the peace.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate the help.
Raiders of the Lost Trek.
That mask doesn't match how you feel. It's quite heavy.
If the mass doesn't match the weight, what does that say about the material?
I don't see anything quite like this on the periodic table. Watch this. Magnetic. This is very interesting.
Interesting.
Where did you find this?
Me and Sala dug it up in the desert. It was right next to some dinosaur bones.
You joking with me?
If I was joking, you'd know it.
You say you found this? With the dinosaur bone?
Trust me.
You're kidding at this point. We didn't have this 65 years ago. Come on now.
I'm not kidding. We were on an archaeological dig, dinosaur bones, and that was mixed in with them.
I can't believe this.
Is that electronic?
You're kidding me.
We don't even have stuff like that now.
This is interesting.
So there's only a couple possibilities here. Either somebody put it there, or it was there to begin with. All right, Professor. What do you think?
Be careful what you tell about this. Someone might want to get it from you. Oh, you! You go to sleep now?
The third option.
Kapitáne, je čas. Podle údajů senzorů dojde k erupci za 70 vteřin.
Děkuji, poručíku Otárie. Skenery na maximum.
Rozkaz. Snímání stabilní. Vzdálenost 50 000 kilometrů.
Pane, doporučuji stáhnout se alespoň na 100 000. Vějíř může vyvolat silný E-impuls. Naše systémy...
Jsou dostatečně chráněné štíty. Jen klid, komandére. Tuhle příležitost nesmíme propást. Vše je potřeba důkladně zaznamenat.
30 vteřin.
Arone, víte, že jsem vaše rozhodnutí nikdy nezpochybnila. Vážně, ani jednou. Ale tentokrát...
Ještě 20 vteřin.
Erin, co se děje? Ještě jsem vás neviděl takhle nervózní. Tohle je unikátní příležitost. Píšeme tu dějiny astronomie. Tak se v klidu posaďte a vychutnávejte kouzlo okamžiku.
And the winner for Best Short Fan Film is Deception 3. This one was incredible. This year's short fan film category featured 4 distinct and engaging entries, each offering something unique from style and tone to character and story. Among them, Deception 3 stood out for its polished production, strong performances, and the way it expanded its story universe with fresh developments and deeper character moments. Despite its shorter runtime, the film packed in tension, intrigue, and emotional stakes, all delivered with skill and confidence. The pacing was sharp, the storytelling compelling, and the acting brought a real sense of authenticity. Deception 3 showed just how powerful a short fan film can be, proving you can do things in that short time frame, making it our clear choice for 2025. All right, well, need to get our graphics back up so that I can tell you about our next category, our second last one actually. Over 20 minutes, these are the fan films we reckon hit the spot this year. Farragut forward.
Report. We have reached the planet, my lord.
Here, old friend, our destiny awaits.
And what of our guests?
The humans are proving to be more resilient than expected.
The problem with Klingons is you fail to appreciate the stubbornness of humans. After a certain point, all the pain and suffering just makes them grow stronger. When that happens, you need to take a different tactic.
Do not tell me how.
Never forget what I have done for you. I could have left you and your crew to rot in that Romulan prison.
My lord, a ship approaches the Expanse. Federation cruiser.
Show me. Now we'll show you how to handle humans.
Engage the cloaking device. Show it, Chata.
Protectors toll.
To ours, almost like it's matching our course and speed.
Camouflage. Captain, I suggest we...
Shields, evasive action, red alert.
Locking on the enemy target.
Return fire. Phasers and photon torpedoes.
Photon torpedoes away, phasers fired.
Solandra, Hail Starbase 211. Request emergency support from all available vessels.
Aye, sir. Captain, all frequencies are being jammed.
Damn it. Keep trying, Solandra. Helm, why haven't we taken evasive action?
Unknown, sir. We're just not moving. Engines are being neutralized by some sort of stasis field.
Attempting to analyze the stasis field. It appears to be similar to a Klingon weapon developed 50 years ago. But the asteroid camouflage technology is unknown.
Weapons are now ineffective as well. Photons are just bouncing off whatever they're using for deflectors, and our phasers are just being absorbed into the stasis field.
Their forward port shields seem to be magnified in comparison to the starboard fields.
Sleeping Dragon.
You hear, gentle beings.
Sagittarius A. The supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. Radiation and gravitic disturbances are so great as to make it the single most dangerous astrogational hazard known. It is also known by the apt moniker, the Sleeping Dragon.
Why is that?
Because every couple of million years, it spews out a plume of hot gases that destroys life on every habitable planet from 200 to 20,000 light years away.
Are we due for such an outburst?
Unlikely, Captain. Current projections suggest stability for the next 3,000 years.
And under normal circumstances, those projections would be correct.
Normal. And thereby hangs the tale.
And it's quite the tale, Doctor.
Do tell.
Dr. Perry happens to have spent her entire life making this sort of unfounded, unsubstantiated prediction.
And these grandiose plans to stop the end of the galaxy as we know it. Gentlemen.
It's all right, Captain. I've heard this sort of criticism ever since I began preparing for this type of disaster.
Starfleet Legends, Act 3. And this is the big one. This is what we all came for. 13 categories, 52 nominees. The winner for Best Fan Film is Starfleet Legends Act 3. Now, choosing a winner in this category was no easy task. It hasn't been for the 4 years that we've been running these awards. But mentioning Trekkie Mentions and I both agree that there are always 4 standout entries, each offering unique strengths and high production values. The decision came down to storytelling, execution and impact. Starfleet Legends Act 3 delivered a powerful and satisfying conclusion to its trilogy, demonstrating growth in every aspect of fan filmmaking, from performance and direction to visuals and pacing. The film honoured what came before while raising the stakes, delivering a finale that was emotionally grounded and narratively fulfilling. Its ambition was matched by its execution, and for that, Starfleet Legends Act 3 earns the title of Best Fan Film for 2025. Now, while every category today has been decided by mentioning Trekkie Mentions and myself, this next one is different because you decided the winner. The most popular fan film category is Where the Fans Take the Helm. Debuting last year, it's an effort for us to involve the Star Trek fan film community. It's about the stories that resonated, the characters that connected, and the productions that sparked conversations, shares, rewatches, and maybe even a few debates online. These are the fan films that made an impact far beyond their runtime, the ones that got us talking, theorising and hitting that play button one more time. So let's find out which fan film captured the hearts of the Trekzone audience in 2025. With hundreds of votes cast and fan support from across the galaxy, from 5 to 2, our top contenders. Well, not necessarily from 5 to 2. Here's our top 4 contenders. They are Sweet Oblivion, Assault on Pax 12, Starfleet Legends, Act 3, and Farragut Ford. That is in no particular order. But there can only be one winner, and that winner of the most popular fan film at the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards is Sweet Oblivion. Congratulations. Your film didn't just entertain, it connected. The fans spoke, and they chose you. And that brings us to the end of the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards, presented by mentioning Trekkie Mentions. What a journey. Warp speed, photon torpedoes, twists, turns, and a whole lot of talent on display. Congratulations to Potemkin Pictures, taking out 4 gongs this year. Farragut Ford with 2, Deception 3 with 2, and Starfleet Legends Act 3 with 2 as well. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations. Whether you won a category or not, it is a thrill to see so many great fan films out there in our niche of a niche. Whether you took home an award or not, your work lit up our screens and reminded us why this community is so special. Fan filmmaking isn't easy. It takes long hours, tight budgets, endless revisions, and a love for storytelling that goes beyond accolades. You all showed what's possible when creativity and passion lead the way. This year's entries proved that Star Trek is more than just a franchise. It's a living, breathing galaxy of ideas, kept alive by fans who refuse to let the final frontier fade. You've honoured Gene Roddenberry's vision, challenged it and evolved it exactly as it should be. To everyone who joined us on this live stream, thank you for watching, commenting, supporting and sharing. Please continue to do so. The beauty about YouTube live streams is that they're available forever. And if you're sitting at home with a half-written script, an old uniform in the closet and a dream, maybe next year your name will be called. Until then, stay creative, stay curious, and as always, live long and prosper. Daily science and space stories with an Aussie flair, plus a deep dive into the science or space headline of the week, and the occasional science fiction podcast. Like, follow and subscribe for more. Membership available to help us do more, the trek.zone/support. This has been the winners announced, a live Trekzone conversation presentation, the 2025 Trekzone Fan Film Awards, celebrating our 22nd anniversary and the 6th birthday of Ahsoka.